The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Portis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start. Bringing it back. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. He wastes no time and comes out throwing quickly to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You're the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
They'll run the screen. Oh, the sweet feet. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Man, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out fast. No chance to run, but still a good game.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And you watch the right defensive end get in there so fast, rush the passer, get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. I love the replays of these things where you can really hone in on that one guy on the one side and you just watch him go.
Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. Tripped up for the tackle. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up second 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown, Ohio State! What a grab and go for the score.
And I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before, and there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane! No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Right back to it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Wow, what a big play. And how about the hit-stick tackle right there? That's one this offense is going to remember.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got an open man. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. To the air. It's Sayin. Gets it out quickly. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
6th play of the drive coming up. Give to the running back. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the offense. On the ground, it's Judkins. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Throws to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing into zone defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Offense getting set for first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. Boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there? That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Anderson will throw. Unleashes one deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They'll pass on the 50-yard field goal try and instead try to pick up the first down here on 4th. He's got it, and they convert. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3.
A shot toward the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Canes.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass hits. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Quarterback will audible. On second down, he'll let it fly. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. He's got his man. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Movement here from the tight end. They'll try to run it in. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Anderson wants to throw. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Leaves it with the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Miami 21, Ohio State 7.
The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Bulldozes him. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Anderson will throw. Getting some heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pocket starts to collapse. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. Fair catch called for and made. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads it left. And the timing just a hair off.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man downfield. And stampeding through the defense. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside and get them the football.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't going to happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
This crowd knows when to bring it. With jet sweep pass. Touchdown Buckeyes! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Anderson wants to throw. Extending the play. He'll pull it down. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Throws to the wideout. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and it's sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
He wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to fire on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They want to just keep throwing it. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And the Canes want to crank the tempo. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Coming after him. Gets away. Steps away. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And it's right down the boulevard. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Duke has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up 14 over Clemson. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the...
Makes the catch down the right side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
Using the quick game. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Now on second down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Final play of the quarter coming. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Still looking on the move. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Miami 24, Ohio State 16.
First down to start the drive after the break. Running back goes in motion. Comes out throwing on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Dude, you're in such a great position. You got the lead. Clock's winding down. I got to put some drives together. The last thing I can do is give the ball back to the other team. Horrible fumble. Big-time costly mistake.
And the offense knows the task ahead. They're down 8. It's first and goal. They need a touchdown and the 2. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They go right back to this guy on second and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. It's complete on the right side. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and we are all tied up here in the 4th. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. That Miami offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than...
And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Paul? Gets the pick 6 to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the 4th quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what?
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They'll throw it on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand
Going for it all. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Back to throw, it's Sayin. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
The give as they work on that clock. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Wants to go up top. The sure hands, it's Graham. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for the big play. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking off. Anderson will throw. They're bringing heat. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. They're trying to get to it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
The aerial assault continues. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Anderson wants to throw. Back open in the middle.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
Gotta have it here on 4th down. He's got him and they convert. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the 1st down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff to the single running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
He can't make the catch, and over the middle of the field, sometimes you hear those footsteps. It's 3rd down.
Well, no mystery here. 3rd in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage, and these guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off in his head.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Fourth down, gotta have it here. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go.
Timeout, Miami.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The give to the tailback. A solid run there as he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense gets the timeout call. 20 seconds left on the clock.
And those are the plays you dream about. You blitz, you bring the absolute lumber. Those big hits, man, those can set the tone. And that makes a decision for this offensive player. Do I really want to go near that guy again?
And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Makes a move. And the returner will be brought down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man quickly. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. trying to cap this drive with a pass. And he can't hang on, and the ball game's over. Oh, so close to tying the game, sending it into overtime, but he can't hang on, and that's the ball game. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance.